Osmond. You know, buddy.
Holy sh! What do you mean?
Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it.
It's like I'm trying to move on, but then you show up and it just like...
Oh, would you like me to leave?
No.
Y'all be weak in the knees. Stand up. Stand up.
Everywhere you drop and everywhere you stop, it's a lie. Wait, you tell me when I lie. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Nothing to do with me.
That if you plan
I am so.
and I want you to know how...
Who is it? Because I'm going to sue him. Tell me.
Well, I want to know that. Okay. I really want to know that because
Maybe if you had to actually make your jewelry, you wouldn't have time to fabricate this shit.
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. And today, we're going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And when I tell you, one thing I hate is someone that to accuse you of something, but does not have the evidence to back it up. If you don't know, or you're not going to be privy and be smart enough to let me know who the fuck is talking about me, keep that shit on the playground. Don't bring it to me.
I know that's right.
Y'all, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, wanted, securing the best shit.
One thing I'm gonna say about Salt Lake City has not missed yet. They have been on, they are in their renaissance. Best believe they're in their renaissance. They're eating it alive. Shout out to them. I know a lot of y'all don't like Lisa Barlow, but I feel like we don't like Lisa Barlow because she's the villain of the show. But Lisa is the show villain. Lisa is not the real villain. And y'all might think, since
I don't like Whitney. I don't like Whitney at all.
y'all think I might say she the villain. Whitney ain't the villain. Heather is the true villain of this fucking show. Now, don't get me wrong. What she did with Monica, she clocked the T. She had to go. But Heather's the true villain of the show. And I'm happy that Monica is gone, because being that Monica has exit, we were able to get a true housewife, Bronwyn. Yes, ma'am. When Heather said we need women of status and what is it, high caliber women, Bronwyn. Makes sense. No shade, Monica. I think you're good, but you're good for a season, for a chapter, not for longevity. No shade.
I want my 20%, bitch.
So Whitney and Meredith sit down. And they're basically talking about, you know, everything. And Whitney's basically telling Meredith, like, you know, I just want to sit
up here and just apologize to you. That was not my intention to blame you for causing the stuff in my business. I know who did it. It wasn't you. It wasn't you. I'm so sorry. I want to get in a better place.
I want to apologize for going so hard on you in Milwaukee.
But one thing about Whitney that I find, and I think Meredith has clocked this too, Whitney likes to throw out accusations. She did last year about Meredith saying all this stuff about, you know, Angie's husband, all these other things, but it wasn't Meredith, it was Monica. But Whitney likes to throw out accusations and does not have nothing to back it up. So my whole thing with her is like, you're like a little child. You want to say things and then want to hide your hands, just like, well, this is what they're telling me. That's not how this works, bitch. You need to let me know what the fuck is going on, right? Whitney tells Meredith,
I know who's over here leaking stuff about me. It's Lisa Barlow.
Who do you think is trying to hurt you? I think it's Lisa. How?
Well, I want to know that. Okay. I really want to know that because I want to.
and Meredith naturally was like, well, how do you know this? She's like, I have my sources. They told me that she's the one that contacted them. Now, do we have, like I said, do we have any evidence? Did anybody fact check? No, we're just going off of the word of a podcaster up and at 'em. No shade, but girl. And so Meredith, being logical, she's like, you know what? I understand you know, you're upset, but I think that you should deal in factuality and, you know, have an open mind to accept credible sources, because if it's not credible, you're going to accuse someone of something that you don't know is true. Common sense is a motherfucker. It went right over Whitney's head, right?
Lisa's the one who left the Sunray in Milwaukee, and then I got verbal confirmation that Lisa planted the article.
Yeah, and Meredith was just like, girl, I just think she's just gonna stick a foot in her mouth. That's just what it was. We segue over to Miss Mary, and Mary, she's over here getting ready to go to Bronwyn's house, and her son and his quote unquote wife comes in, and they look, I don't want to keep saying this because it's just like, really, I don't want to be that person, but they look bummish as fuck. They look like they literally just, like, she got BMWs and Maseratis in the driveway. And they look like they just literally just walked from Target, which was 25 miles away. Like, what is going on, Mary?
Where you been?
I was just at a friend's house and I went through.
The phone didn't go through.
And she's just like, yeah, my son is going through something, but he's leaning on his wife so much. He's not leaning on me, and I don't like that. Which, granted, it's his wife, and if he loves her, he's supporting her, cool. But you have to realize that you did allow them to stay in the same house. You did allow that to happen, even though he did have alleged kidnapping charges. Like, you have to realize that these are certain things that you have allowed. You have allowed your son to, one, not have a job, two, sit at the house all fucking day, do nothing. And a lot of kids that come from privilege and come from money don't have to do anything, you know, besides just go to school, get decent grades, try to get into college. Well, he's not going to college from what we know. It just, like, I just think that Mary looks at it from the perspective of, when I was a kid, my mom didn't do shit for me. My mom did not have time for me. We didn't even have food in the fucking refrigerator.
So you and your mom are not close? No. Okay. My mom is all about herself. Okay. It's about her and her.
Like, she's trying to pour into her son so much, but she's not looking at what he actually needs. And what he probably doesn't need is more financial. Maybe he needs more structure. Maybe he needs more support, which I think that's what she's doing. He's in a rehab facility for what? I don't know. It's none of my business. But I'm just like, Mary, I just feel like there's a lot of gaps in your attention to what your son needs instead of actually what he wants. I think when it comes to my parents, like I said, like, you know, with me and my dad, we don't talk at the moment, but I'm not gonna say he was all bad. My dad was very structured, and he gave me the morals and the foundations that I have today. But it just, like, shit went left. But my dad gave us, like, he was a financial provider. He gave us everything that we needed. He was there to support. So when it comes to structure, he gave that structure and gave that balance. But he gave us what we needed and not necessarily all the time what we wanted. And my mom did too. My mom was a great person when it comes to balance. So Meredith and Bronwyn, they meet up, you know, and, you know, I'm not gonna call, as Mia would say, Bronwyn's a Willy Wonka furniture. We're not gonna say that, but she does fill her in about Lisa knowing, you know, her late baby daddy and the whole situation about that, which was kind of still wild. But she then segues to Heather.
What? And it's never nice. And a lot of that time, it's Heather. What I do know about Heather, she can be two-faced.
She's like, you know, I feel like every time we have drama in this group, Heather is at the center of this drama. Why is that? And Mary's just like, she's two-faced. She's a two-faced ass bitch, and she gets in the middle of things and she stirs the drama, but nobody else sees it. But Mary's like, you know what? I'm gonna put a bookmark on that because I'm gonna come back to it because I got something for her, right? I ain't mad at that. I'm like, yeah, girl, do your big one.
Heather, she can be two-faced, and I've called it from day one. Like, I went...
So this whole episode was based off of Angie's mafia party. Angie has definitely, you know, stepped her game up, and I'm not even mad at it. Girl, you're still a snowflake. Show us why. Show us why. On her thing, it's 25 years anniversary, mob wife themes, cool. So Angie was already privy of Heather talking shit about her because to her. So
I think you made a comment about Lisa's parenting to Heather. I didn't say she wasn't even making a...
Angie, when Heather comes to the party, Angie's just like, you know, I think it's kind of crazy that you went to Lisa and told her that I said that she was a shitty mom. I never said that. All I said was, you know, you want to talk about me, get off the phone because of my daughter, but I pay attention to my daughter, and maybe you could do that more with your son. And don't get me wrong, I feel like what Angie said was fucked up. What Lisa said was fucked up too. But Lisa, you're over here crying, hooping and hollering. You open the door, Angie walked through that bitch. Period.
I feel like Heather starts little fires and then kind of backs away and watches them burn. But I'm kind of a little confused.
You can't get mad because you wanted to talk about children. And in some mentality is like, you want to talk about kids, I'm going to talk about kids too. But I'm going to do it worse. Am I that person? No. So as she's questioning Heather, Heather's just like, but at the end of the day, I support Lisa, and I just feel like I side with Lisa because I agree with her principles. I agree with the stuff that Lisa is saying. It just makes sense.
Taking information to her, making me think that I think she's a mom, which was not my intention. Out of character for you. And you mom shamed her.
And I think Mary touched on this, is that Heather wants to be Lisa's friend so motherfucking bad that it's kind of crazy, because everybody wants to say that Heather is the girl in the group. Heather is not. Heather is not the main girl in the group. The main girl in this group is the show villain, Lisa. Lisa is the head bitch in charge. I'm trying to tell you, because Heather riled the girls up, but Heather bows down to Lisa. And she always have. You look back from season 1, she always wanted Lisa's approval because Lisa was, you know, that girl. But even season 1, Lisa was like very much, you know, aloof. But season 2, she came back. Like I said, Bronwyn comes over, and Heather's getting upset with Bronwyn because Bronwyn was the one that fed her the information. But I'm like, you're upset with Bronwyn, but Bronwyn's calling you out, and Bronwyn called it out. Bronwyn's like, you think you're the head bitch in charge, but you're not. You're just a messy ass girl that goes around stirring a pot, have your hand in the cookie jar, and then when you come back to your face, you bitches can't take it.
So yeah, why are you getting in my relationship with Angie? Why are you invested in like anything that's going on with this? It shocked me that you told Lisa something that she was probably just venting to you about.
And that's one thing I don't like. It's like, do I know I can be messy at times? Yes, but if you come back to my face and say, oh, Brian, do you say
Bitch, I did. And what?
Like, y'all just never know how to stand in y'all shit.
Fair. Yeah, perfect then. You're out of line. I'm not out of line. You think you're the head bitch in charge and you can manage everyone's relationship.
Yes. I said this, you said that. We all gonna say some shit, especially in a big ass friend group. If you have like a big friend group, people gonna talk. Sometimes somebody not gonna like something, people gonna vent. So it's just like, you're just standing your shit, and Heather can never stand in her shit, literally. So she walks off. She's like, I don't like this. At the end of the day, if you think that you're just gonna listen to her and just call it a day, not believe me, your friend that you've known for so long, then we don't have nothing to talk about. I'm just like, okay, girl, but you knew Angie so long, but you're still believing Lisa. So what are we talking about? Okay. So we get on Britney. Britney. So Britney comes in with a guy, Aaron, and Mary comes in. She's like, oh my God, this, what's his name? Is this Jared? She said, no, this is Aaron. I said, oh God. I said, let me get my drink. Mary is a key. But she comes in with her date, and who's there? Jared is there. And Angie, you messy as hell. Why would you invite that man when you know they just broke up? But
What's up? No way.
Man, you know, buddy.
Holy sh! What do you mean?
you know, he pulls her outside, and she's like, oh my God, I'm happy you're here. She starts tearing up. She's like, I'm so confused. He's like, what are you confused about? He was like, I just want to make sure that you're good, you know, make sure you're okay. And I think this is the manipulation that we're talking about. Because when you are, because she's like, I love you, I wish we had this like when we're here. But it's like, he's just trying to get her back into that space. He's showing up for her. He's being there for her, being that solidarity. But when they're actually together, and they're probably then he's not gonna do that. He's not gonna give her what she wants, because he wants her still on the leash. And you can classically see this is manipulation. She's crying. You can tell she has feelings for this man. But Britney, I'm happy you're standing firm and like not getting back with this man. But if you do get back with this man and you know that it's toxic and you know that he is pushing you away from your children, and that's the part I really don't respect, is the fact that you put a man over your children. I don't respect it, but to each his own. I just feel like you are gonna look fucking stupid as hell every time. But you stood firm on it, girl, cool. Like, you not about to get back in the sack. You got your date there.
I'm trying to move on, but then you show up and it just like,
Oh, would you like me to leave?
no.
Oh Lord, again.
I'm happy Lisa took her away, because girl, ain't nobody got time. Cause everybody talk about, oh, Lisa be doing too much. Lisa ain't doing too much. Lisa is doing just enough as your fucking friend to say, no, he's not it for you. Stop. That's what a friend do. A friend is telling you in your face that you look like a dumbass bitch. That's what a friend does. A friend's saying like, girl, I know you. You say you don't want this, so why are you let him playing in your face? Shout out to Lisa for being that girl. Period.
Yeah, everywhere you drop and everywhere you stop, it's a lie. That's extremely hurtful. Okay, well, I'm not bad for that. Then stop doing it.
She brought over Mary and wanted to talk to her because she felt like when they were over here doing the zip lining, she felt like Mary was combative with her. I don't think that. I just feel like Mary just thought that Lisa was trying to defend Heather when she didn't need to. Heather's a grown-ass woman who could defend herself. She didn't need the interjection. So Heather comes over, she hears her name, and Mary didn't waste no time. Just like, girl, I think you fake, you two-faced, you always got something to say, you always in the middle of something, you always, your hands is in the cookie jar every time.
Stop doing. Tell me when I lie. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. So if I tell you the truth, facts of you on you, you say it's a lie. We're not as big.
And it needs to stop. Heather obviously gets upset, starts wanting to, Heather was on this episode. I ain't mad at her. I'm like, Heather, do your thing. But yeah, Mary ate her up because Heather was like, don't you fucking da-da-da. And Mary, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Oh, baby. Lisa and Whitney talk. And this is what I mean about not having the information. So Whitney's like,
Lisa, it came to my attention that you have been in cahoots with an Instagram account about me selling my stuff with Alibaba. I can't believe that you were... Wait, I'm sorry, please hold on. Let's go down. Believe that you would do this to me, Lisa. Why would you do this to me and plant this falsities about my business, Lisa? I've never did that to you, even though I have in season 3. But why would you do this to me, Lisa?
And Lisa's like, bitch, what are you talking about? I was like, I didn't do that. And she's like, you did. She's like, I didn't do that. She's like, you did. So Lisa's like, I didn't do that. Don't sit up and say I did that.
They verified that you were the one that said, I did not do that. I did not do that, Whitney. Don't accuse me of something that you're going to have to apologize. You did. Okay, you're...
Now, one thing about Lisa that does make her look like kind of crazy is Lisa literally went from 0 to 1,000. And I'm just like, girl, I mean, cool. But she's like, you're not going to accuse me of something that I didn't do. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. So she's on the phone. She's like, Scott, yes, we need to open investigation right now. Open investigation right now. And Whitney's just sitting there just like, what? All the other girls come around because it's just like, what is going on? You got Mary, you got Mary over here talking to Angie's daughter, Electra. Child.
But not me. Little girl, you're f***ing gullible. Like, maybe if you had to actually make your jewelry, you wouldn't have time to fabricate this shit.
And Lisa's just like, you're lying, I didn't say that, you're lying. And the episode ends with Lisa storming off like, I'm talking to my attorneys, just know you're going to be over here hearing from my lawyer. Boom. She walks off, goes to Whitney's husband. She said, your wife is a motherfucking liar. Just know that she's a liar. He's like, she's not a fucking liar. My wife is not a fucking liar. And then John, Big John, 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" John, Lisa's John. Or he's like, don't say fuck. He said, don't say the F word to my wife. And he started pushing him. I said, oh, I saw the sneak peek.
Liar.
She's a liar.
He's away from it. Don't say the word to my wife. Yeah,
Oh, John was ready to get busy. I don't know who, what, when, where, why. That's none of my business. I don't know who gonna win. But John was ready to go throw them hammers for Lisa. Lisa, you got a good one. Your husband will stand with you if you're right. Your husband will stand with you if you're wrong. You got a good one. Whitney, you too. Because they was ready to throw them thumpers for you. They're like, no, stop. No, please. And I do feel like in my heart of hearts, do I think Lisa did that? No. But do I feel like now you're about to look fucking crazy as hell because you just accused somebody and now you're going to have to be on apology and kiss Lisa's ass for the rest of the season? And y'all be like, oh, well, I don't like the girl sucking up to Lisa, but y'all do this every time. Y'all blame Lisa for some shit or blame Meredith for some shit, and they didn't do it. It's the bitches that y'all least expect. You got Maylee over here, quiet as a fucking church mouse that don't do anything, and y'all haven't said shit. Lisa is the only person trying to get her activated. You got Britney over here looking like a desperate ass housewife, literally. And you over here got Bronwyn. Yes, ma'am. So it's just like, what are we doing? Y'all, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Brian Keith, LG, Black Butte. Bet you didn't know we the Holy Trinity. Now let a guy stop a y'all and break your head here. Step into the room and get up in the bed. It's too sweet, that's cause I'm good. This all cause I'm better than the hood. Cause I get you hyper when I'm running all around, cause I excite you. Let me talk real quick. You can't even get with the shit. You wanna go toe to toe with my flow? This fabricating all I really asked you for. Now I